Leveling at low levels. I actually did a video um, about climbing in low level ranks. So meaning bronze to getting up to plat. So I haven't done anything past then, but I think most people talk about climbing, that's what they mean, and then they talk about the individual ranks. And I haven't been that good yet, but I have an idea of what I probably should do. I think in that other video, I can't remember when it was, I talked about like, hey, just pick some characters in each role that you tend to win with. But I'm doing this AZ challenge, and I've been posting videos about that, and I'm just kind of starting that challenge. It's been super eye-opening the lower that I go, because I think when I started, I was like gold 3 or 4, I don't know, but I've dropped a ton because I'm crappy. Um, but and then also it's just like the fundamentals of just like wave clear and camp clear are just not there, and sometimes I'm on characters that just can't do it at all very well. So I'm kind of at the mercy unless I'm pinging a ton, which I have been doing from time to time. But basically, I just kind of wanted to reiterate like, um, I mean, ideally pick characters you do win well with already, but you know, if you tend to get in a role, try to pick some characters that have some kind of wave clear and some kind of clamp clear if you end up having to do stuff. I think if you have to choose between wave and camp and you just can't do it both because your characters don't allow it to do it fast and efficiently, you know, at least if anything, soak as best you can. But also pay attention when the other 4 people are doing fights and see if you know there's any way you could do an advantage. But I mean, if we go through the roles, and I'll kind of give you an idea of probably the top 2 or 3 characters that you can probably just focus on if you're kind of open to whatever. But I mean, as far as tanks, I mean, I think with the nerf of Joe, they're not the nerf of Joe recently, and I'm recording this on the 10th of June, 2021. I mean, some of them are okay, not bad, but I don't believe anyone's really great. So I mean, you could pick Arthas, and that could work if you're a tank and you're trying to clear waves. I mean, ideally, if you're tanking well, you're going to be kind of watching over your team. But hey, low leagues, it's like whatever, because so gets forgotten so many times. Blaze, if you spec into him, he can actually do pretty well. Of course, he's less tanky. Actually, not less tanky, just less control probably is an accurate way to say it. But there's a level 4 ability can do that. Joe's still not bad. May isn't bad. She's not amazing, but not bad. Um, Stitches, all of those guys I'd probably recommend if you're in the tanking role. The bruiser role, this is where you're going to get the most wave clear. Let's see, probably Dahaka's not bad, Diva's not bad, Gazlo, Hogger, if you play Hogger well, not bad, Leora's not bad, Mouth, Rag, all awesome, Rex, Sonya, Zool, um, pretty awesome as well for those. Um, like for range damage, Asmo's fantastic, and this is for wave and camp clear, like trying to level up. You know, if you're in bronze, bronze, silver, gold, trying to get up to plat. And again, that kind of depends on the Smurfs too, because I've noticed that if they're like genuine low level players, they're kind of missing these fundamentals. Chromie's okay, Falsehead's okay, Phoenix is okay, Greymane's really pretty good, Gul'dan's pretty good, Jaina's pretty good, Hanzo can be pretty darn good. I'm just terrible with his angles. KT is pretty good. Junkrat's not bad. Kel'Thuzad's okay. Lunara can be good if you spec for her. Mephisto can be okay. Naz is okay to good depending. Orphea, pretty good. Not as quick as some, but pretty good. Probius can be amazing. Raynor can be pretty good if you spec for it. Same with Hammer. I mean, it sounds like almost all these guys. Sylvanas, she's okay. She's not amazing. Tassadar, fantastic. Tychus, if you spec for him, can be pretty decent. Vala, if you can get her in your game, she's W build is amazing right now. And Zag's okay as well. Now, as far as melee, I mean, Illidan does pretty good. Maeve, I don't really play her as well, but I think you can do pretty good with her if you spec for it. Butcher, if you spec for it, especially the level 1, you can do pretty well. Murky, pretty darn good and annoying if you're good with him. Sam is pretty good after a certain point. in Zeratul isn't bad for clearing waves. Let's see, healers, probably Stukov, Rhaegar. Rhaegar by far is king for wave clear. Let's see, Karazim can be okay. Malfurion's like okay-ish. If you get Trent, maybe that can help out a ton. And Ariel, it can kind of be okay too, depending. Same with Decker too. I think so if you hit some of the things and spec into it. Well, not really. He doesn't have like a camp clear or wave clear minion thing, but his W and E can do some damage. It'll help out. So another thing I'm saying is support. You know, obviously Abathur, Vikings are great. Those two are pretty awesome. So you're probably like, what in the world did you say? Basically, make sure if you're at low ranks and you're trying to level, make sure you can control it unless you trust your team to some degree. It's always a toss-up because I've been in situations where they'll pick a wave clear and then they'll just want to fight. They'll just want to ARAM the whole time. Especially with the bruisers, that can be really deceiving. Like a lot of times they don't know their role is to basically be in charge of experience, and a lot of them don't even play into that. So whatever character you pick, just make sure you have some kind of wave clear ability because you might be doing something like that. Now, if I were to pick the top, just like wave clear characters that you could probably climb with, hands down, Rag is amazing. I think once you get to 10, you can keep yourself and extend a lot of games, even if your team is terrible. Probably my number one pick for lower ranks. You can probably get to plat just by using him, as long as if you don't int and feed so much. Let's see, another character that's pretty good at clearing is actually Asmodan. He can he does a lot of lane pushing. It's kind of easy to learn, I believe. Oh, they have him as medium, but he can be pretty phenomenal. So definitely probably my number 2 pick. Number 3 is kind of a toss-up, and it kind of varies. Like it goes between Zool, because essentially you just have to W, and he kind of naturally pushes the wave because of his skeletons, but he's easily gankable, so you have to be kind of a map aware, and at that rank, you know, not everyone's the best with map awareness. I still struggle with it too. Maybe that's why I'm still at silver, right? Well, I mean, I'm doing the challenge too, and then Jaina actually is pretty dang good with wave clear, and she's also phenomenal with camp clear, so she's kind of one of those rare characters that can do both. Ideally, if you're picking those characters, if you have the ideal mechanics of how they work, you're going to tend to do better more often than not. I mean, I think, let's see, if I were to look at statistical, I don't even know, I haven't even looked, so if I were to do lifetime, and let's do all the ranks, I'm kind of curious. So what did I say? One of them was Jaina, 56% can climb in that rank. Another one is Rag, 54%. Technically climb. Asmodan, 52. I could do a lot better, but technically still okay. And then, what was the other one? It was Zool, and I probably have a lower percentage on that. I don't even know if I play him that much. Oh gosh. Okay, maybe I retract on Zool. Oh gosh, I'm terrible. Maybe you can play him better. But either way, that's kind of, I think just because of the low levels, I would recommend those guys. I mean, you know, if Zool's, I guess you're having a hard time getting some wins on them, then maybe stop after a while. There's other things that you can learn, like Malthael's not bad to learn. Sonya's not bad to learn if you're like spinning to win the E build. So those could be some good replacements. But yeah, those are probably the ones I would recommend if you're, you know, still trying to like figure out your character, pool roster, and you're just wanting to climb a little bit higher. I mean, at low ranks too is a good time to learn mechanics of characters if you're kind of there anyway. But if you're just trying to climb, those would be the best characters. And then the thing is, if you only know those characters, then you're kind of stuck even going higher, and those characters can only go so far when you get higher ranks. So I hear. Again, I've only been at the plat. I think plat 3 maybe is the highest I've ever been. Um, and obviously you can see how amazing and phenomenal I am right now. But anyway, if you guys have some comments, or hopefully this was helpful, obviously, support me wherever I am. On Twitch, I'm follow Robert. On HOTS right now, I'm Robert HOTS. Subscribe, like, whatever you do to push that content out there. I have 11 subscribers on Robert HOTS, and I'm super excited about it. I remember when I had 1, and that wasn't. It seemed like it was just yesterday. So I'm super excited for everyone that's supported me so far and continues to, and growing on Twitch as well. So. And I just do mainly gameplay. I don't do so much commentary as this moment unless I'm like, playing with my team, which I'm going to be doing tonight. So you have a good one. Hopefully this is helpful, and we'll see you over there. Take care. Bye.